So, we all know Sean Jason from Druthers. The desperation and the criminal activity of CTV in this report, I mean, they are just hitting rock bottom. And I hope that Sean Jason from Druthers and all of the community surrounding him that helped to deliver those papers, we're going to show you where you can complain to next, hold CTV accountable for trying to show the image of Druthers' paper while they talk about dangerous criminals phoning the vulnerable, trying to make money, which is a completely different story. It's opposite. Druthers is free. The community helps to support it. Nobody phones anybody. And it's trying to give the truth about the science that CTV doesn't want you to know. Then there's this separate story, apparently, where some people, and this happens with everything in our world, are calling people saying, hey, calling scared people, I can get you to the front of the line with a vaccine for a fee. Those are scammers. What the hell does that have to do with Druthers? 0.0. They are such a criminal organization. Look what they just did. And Sean, I'm telling you, you can't be lazy on this. You're not lazy, but you can't be lazy on this. You need to file a defamation suit because they cannot continue to lie and deceive. And I mean, you need to get a lawyer. And then we need everybody who sees this. I'm going to put it on Druthers as well. I'm going to put this episode on Druthers, needs to then complain to CRTC and also this other thing I'm going to show you that you're supposed to complain to. So here it goes.
In all the confusion surrounding COVID, we have a warning tonight about cold-hearted criminals preying on the vulnerable and using misinformation to steal their money. Now, Ottawa is investing in countermeasures to expose the scams. CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver has what you need to know.
There's a personal campaign against COVID misinformation now underway in Ottawa, bringing truth to the doorsteps of residents.
Okay, good. I'm just out in the community distributing some information from our medical professionals. I have a few people that are just very concerned because it looks like a pretty legitimate piece of material.
Flyers like this spreading anti-vax messaging and COVID conspiracies are becoming more prevalent as the pandemic progresses, with scammers looking to take advantage of the anxiety and fear felt by so many.
We get reports of people receiving calls saying if you want to donate to get your test or your vaccine faster, you can do that.
From March 6th to January 31st, at least 11,500 COVID scams have been reported. And together, the nearly 9,800 Canadians affected have lost approximately $7 million. One of those fake calls came to Tony Nguyen, who shared what happened on a community Facebook group.
We're never going to ever cut these types of calls out. It's always going to be around. So the next best thing to do is really the education portion of it.
Much of the misinformation and scam campaigns like these two circulating in Alberta and Hamilton are tied to vaccines, and experts predict the volume to go up as vaccination campaigns ramp up.
If misinformation goes unchecked, it can actually hurt all of us.
Oh, you look healthy, buddy.
It can put people in danger because if people follow
what am I
incorrect
even looking
advice,
at?
They may put their own health at risk.
Okay.
To protect yourself,
experts I can't listen to this. So, did you notice how they showed the Druthers paper and said preying on people's like stress and vulnerabilities and whatever, right? Well, if you actually read Druthers, it's saying don't be scared. Here's the statistics. Here's the doctors that disagree. You don't really need this jab. Did you know what the jab could do to you? Druthers is so well researched. Like there's nothing in there that is not true. It's all based on real articles. So, I mean, to lump it in with a phone scam and preying on people's fear, Druthers is the only place where you can actually see you don't have much to be afraid of at all. That's where people will become unfearful. So, I mean, guys, let's show where people can write in. Yeah, they're projecting. That's exactly what they do. They project. Okay, so what's the name of this? Okay. cbsc.ca/make a complaint. Okay, so we need to post that on the Druthers community. And this is where you make a complaint. And I think the biggest thing that we should say is you're lumping in a paper that has nothing to do with a phone scam. And in fact, this paper does not promote the jab, and that they should be held accountable, and they should get 5,000 emails about this straight to CTV, but also make a complaint. And then I think you can make a complaint to CRTC as well. I'm sure you can. So my advice to you, Sean, is I got to have you on the show at some point, Sean, is send an email and say, who's going to help me out on this? Now, I know, Sean, you're like, oh, well, I got some publicity. Yeah, but we're past that right now. We need to show them. They can't just get away with that. So anyway, they're going into the conscious of people saying, oh, there's the newspaper. Oh, they steal from people. That's what they did, right, hon? It was just like an image and then a story that had nothing to do with it. And they say they're not fake news and that they don't manipulate things. Just, I'd be so embarrassed to work for CTV.